Back to my channel. How are we all doing today? Please, if you are new in the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, and share. Tell me what you think about what the video is all about. We all know that the hour is very, very fast approaching for the election, the self-referendum election that is going to take place in few days from now. Many people are not yet understand the reason why the Biafran government in exile have taken this part to make sure that everything is working perfectly by organizing this self-referendum, which is new to many of us. But one thing we need to focus on is why referendum and what the purpose should be, what the achievement is going to give to Biafrans. I have seen many people who are asking questions about the self-referendum. Some people are not even, taking the line, accepting the fact that it is something that's worth doing, especially those who are consider themselves as an opponent. People who have been shouting for the arrest of PM, people who have been signing petition against him, people who have never ever support or even care to listen to know what Mazi Namorkan was preaching about. And all of a sudden, all of them are now part and parcel of the lovers of Mazi Namorkan, just because they want to make sure that they create problem between the group. Although it's not yielding any fruit yet, and is not going to yield any fruit even in future. Because the truth of the matter is that many people have come to understand the need and what the agitation is all about, and the teaching of Mazi Namorkan has sink in many people's mind and brain. So coming to see people who are not really in support and who chose to, think otherwise about the whole thing is not new and is not a surprise thing, because we have seen the activities of those people in the past. During the election, most of them came online and they said that even Biafra, whether Biafra is coming or not, we should support everything to make sure that people be, is elected as the president of Nigeria. And you ask yourself, what are they even fighting for? Are you saying that you want, to be free from Nigeria because your brother or your siblings is not in the power? That is not how to get freedom. If you want to get your freedom, if you want to get your freedom, you need to stand on it. Don't shake, don't move, which is what Sabotage displayed in the past months, should I say years, ever since the kidnapping of Pastor Madukano. He has been the only person, doing the needful, taking the bulls by his horn. And some of us who have been listening to him before, some of us who have been listening to him in the past knows what he stands for. Another thing that the people need to understand is that the election, the self-referendum election, is what you have been crying for. You cannot tell me that you want Nigeria to be restructured, and the system and the people in power says no. And at the same time, you are pushing to remain in the same thing, the same structure, the same environment, which you don't think that is going to work without restructuring. So what is your plan? Are you fighting for freedom just because you want to get relevance, or are you fighting for freedom or truly you want freedom? So these are the categories of people we have in our midst in Igbo land, and most of them are, have political ambition, just like what Ikengu Rago said, that I have a political ambition. He said again that he have a future, meaning to him that those Mazi Namorkan doesn't have a future. Samanapa don't have a future. That's what he's trying to say, because he thinks that it is not that he realized that he have a future. And what he can consider to be future is actually not a future. Because sometimes we always want to reap things because it is right. It is right time to take it. Once you see a done food, anywhere it is easy for you to grab something, grab favor, you rush in there without knowing or asking yourself, how long will this last? Is this something that will sustain you and generation? Is this something that will last forever? What do you think that what you are rushing to get at the moment will favor you? Is it going to benefit you that you just enjoy at a short time? This is the things that he don't understand. But I don't blame him, because 90% of them who have been shouting Biafra, Biafra, Yendo, are just this kind of people. They always want to say, be noticed by Biafrans and noticed by Some of them are also with Simon at the moment. What they want is to get relevance. Once people know them, they start misbehaving and saying something that doesn't make any sense. There was a time that Mas Namadukano went to US. He went to US to tell the Igbos, because today, believe it or not, United States of America is where Igbos are largely domiciled. They live there in numbers, and population of Igbos in US is very, very huge. Very, very, very huge. But we have a problem with them. The problem is this: not all of them. I'm just trying to pick some important issue. This is my own observation. You can go and verify or try and do your own research. Igbos in the US are the 99% problem that Igbos are having. I'm not saying they create the problem, but they are the one, not seeing the problem, making the problem to prolong, creating more even without knowing. Why do I say so? There was a time Mas Namakano went to the US to preach, to call Igbos in the US to do the needful, join the Biafran, do this and do that. What he was requesting from them is to contribute $11 monthly. No matter how much you're making in a month, no matter China Goromo, thank you for coming, my dear. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button. So he went there, he told them that the best thing for us to do is to contribute $11 monthly. This is the amount that will not, shake you or make you to lose your balance financially. No, it's just a token, $1 per month. He said that because he knows the numbers of Igbos living in US. I don't want to use the word Biafra here, because when you say Biafra, it comprises of other ethnicity, like Akwebon people, you know what I mean? So, speaking Biafrans living in US, they are so huge, and he requested this from them: contribute $11 to make sure that we have what it takes to secure our land, to secure our borders, and be like other people. They said, oh, yes, they will do. What do they do? In a short while, all of them changed. They started telling you, no, this money. Just imagine the number of people in US. How many Igbos that we contribute from Texas? How many we contribute from New Jersey? How many of them in New York? So all these calculations started pumping into their mind and their brain, and this made them not to contribute even a further. They refused to contribute anything. Instead of contribution, they start preaching, going from one platform to another, telling you that Mas Namakano is making noise, that he's having a chick, he's doing this, he's doing that, all in the name of making sure they put him down. Surprisingly, when Mas Namakano when he was kidnapped a few years ago of IPOB, when they find out that other people are also interested in leadership of IPOB, they started jumping from another group to one group. These are the things that people who claim to be learned, should have done better. Not this. They should have known what to do, but they refuse to make that contribution, and they choose to gossip. Mas Namakano made a program and said that these people living in US are giving, they are the one holding freedom of Biafra. That if they can do what they need to do, they don't need to be at front line to do anything. Just contribute your money and sit back. Let people who have the tactics, who have the zeal to pilot it, to execute it. They refuse not just 1 month, but they refuse everything. Nothing was done. Master Khan kept quiet, and focused on little contributions that people are doing monthly. At the same time, trying to unite everyone, both those who who joined IPOB for financial gain, those who joined to get popularity, to move from IPOB to Nigerian politics and all that. He kept quiet and keep on paying those who think that he should pay, paying them monthly salary. Just understand what I'm trying to say here. What these people living in US did, they started blackmailing him, like I said, keep on blackmailing and blackmailing. Master did a program and said that people in US, after eating hamburger, they keep on jumping, shouting, saying things that doesn't make sense. He made that comment on his live broadcast. And why did he say so? Because he has seen that these people are educated, they have a good job, they are financially okay, but the brain to execute something is not there. It's not there. And that's has been the problem. So anytime you see somebody, coming out to do something like PM is doing at the moment, the same group, the same people from US will still come out to make noise, to try to debunk. And when they are talking to their fellow Biafrans or fellow Igbos, they will be using accent, claiming American now, claiming that they're American. They are more American than Donald Trump. They are more American than Joe Biden and all the Americans. They want to use for them to deceive you, to make you feel inferior before them. But when you give them space to act like civilized people they're claiming to be, they keep on making flop, saying something that doesn't make any sense. Imagine someone who is living in US don't understand the impact of sit at home. Someone who is living in a country that is being considered to be the most free country in the world don't know what freedom is. And when you want to, explain things to him or her, he will keep on making excuses, trying to look down on you. First thing that goes to the mind is where you are communicating them from. Are you communicating them from Nigeria, or they will think they will imagine the country where you are to compare where they are living in US. So automatically they are more superior than you. In their own knowledge, in their own mind, that's what they believe. But the truth of the matter is that current concern, if you are not sensible enough, you are not sensible enough. That's just a fact. Even if you convince some people to believe that you are sensible, as a matter of time, it will still surface that you are not. What they have done, criticizing PM at the moment, because most of them, is now taking upon themselves, going from one platform to another, trying to discourage people not to vote for self-referendum. And that is very, very, very shocking. Very, very, very shocking. Now, let me tell you the reason why the voting is very, very important. One is that many countries that are willing and interested in helping Biafrans are keen in interest to know the activities and your role and your performance while the election is going on. They have heard about your sit at home. They have heard about your plans to leave Nigeria. They have listened and watched the activities of what you have been going through as an Igbo people in Nigeria. They know about demolition going on in Lagos State. They know the outcome of Nigerian election. They know what P2B went through and what the Obident went through. Even though some of us don't support, but they have to say the truth. What happened in that election is ethnic agenda. That is just the fact. Whether you like it or not, it is an ethnic agenda, and it's not going to stop soon. It will not happen because it did not happen because it's P2B. It is not going to happen again because it's another person. As long as from your south, you are from southeast, together with those who say they are south, it doesn't matter where you come from. As long as you are not from north, as long as you are not from southwest, you are a subject to this two group of people. They will keep on using you. They will overrun you no matter what you think, no matter what you feel, and you have nothing to offer and nothing to do about it. Frank Chikoka, thank you so much. Armstrong, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. So what I'm trying to say is this: no matter what you maybe they said, or maybe you mistakenly click on that platform where they're yapping nonsense, do not take them serious. Do not take them serious, because what most of them are enjoying in Nigeria today, you are not going to enjoy that in next 50 years, because your family is not opportune to be part of the criminals. And if you are enjoying, know this for the fact. Know this for the fact is you are enjoying because your uncle is one of the criminals in politics. Your brother, your sister. There's one way or another way you are enjoying something. And none of them have any business, meaningful business in Nigeria. None of them. And they keep on trying to lecture you on what to believe and what to do. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Why? Because if you keep silent, maybe out of fear, when the deeds, the damage has been done, you will be part of the victim, whether you like it or not, because that is where you come from. So the reason and the importance of speaking out and telling people the need and need of the voting and what you should stand on is for you to understand the importance of the voting, which is for you to liberate yourself. Even if you are not, having maybe moment, your shop or your relatives are not, one part of it at all, of destruction going on in Nigeria. Your family are not of it. You have not lost anyone or any business because of the activities going on in Nigeria. Does not mean that you are not going to be a victim tomorrow. Who knows what will happen in the next 3 months? Maybe you become a victim. Maybe your siblings, maybe your loved one will be a victim. So why are you trying to feel exempted? You are not exempted because what may happen, nobody knows. And the only thing that will save you is to support what is the right thing to do. I'm not saying that people should buy anybody. I'm not saying that people should start, committing one crime or another. No, I don't preach violence. What I'm preaching is people should know their freedom and their rights, and that is what you should stand for. How can someone who lives in US, who is living in US, will be telling you that sit at home have damaged a lot of things? The same voice, the same cry from politicians is the same cry of someone who is living in US. What does that tell you? There must be something fishing. There must be something going on behind the scene. How can someone who is living in US bother much about the interests of the Nigerian government? And that person, when you ask the person, maybe if he had any problem, if he had any problem in the US and they said, okay, we are going to deport you back to Nigeria, he will start crying, begging and pleading as if you are sending him to hell. If you love the country, why are you afraid of deportation? Why are you afraid of deportation? I wonder why people are myopic. Maybe you have seen the video of PM in the space a few days ago, where they gathered, even the host of that program, all of them, they have the same agenda. They were there trying to attack PM, trying to look down on him, trying to asking some irrelevant questions that doesn't make any sense. Someone who don't like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all these years, since 2013, 2014, 2015, down until the time he was kidnapped, none of them have supported him, none of them love him, none of them listen or even believe in what he's preaching. All of a sudden, they are now the one preaching to you on how to secure and make a provision for him to be released and continue what he was doing. As if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, surfaced today, they will appreciate him. They will not appreciate him. That is just the fact. They will not. What you hear them saying and access PM, if Mazi can come out today, are you going to give him chance to? Is he going to continue, or are you the leader now? You can see the mentality. They don't focus on the achievement or what the activities of Sabotage will yield. They don't. Yes, they are Nigerian paid agents, my brother Armstrong. They are, I believe so. But the issue is, why must you collect money to yard nonsense? People that are paying you are also, even though they don't have the same problem that we are having in our region, but they are more, keen in to support their own nations than anybody. They support their nation more than anyone. So why must people think that when you talk about freedom or voting, that you are calling for violence? Why must it be so? And we Igbo people believe that we are the smartest, we are most intelligent, we know this and we know that. But of late, I don't think that is the issue, because I have seen many of us making senseless comments. People will just on their camera and start preaching what they don't know. If you don't know what referendum is or what Biafra government in Israel stands for, you can do the research on your own. It is quite self-explanatory. It's not something that is difficult for someone to understand. It's not. Many people think that when Nigeria, break up, that Igbos will suffer, Igbos will do this. So you don't need to start thinking about problems that have not surfaced. You should focus on the problem at hand. That is what it should be. So when you see people saying, hey, so don't vote, because once you vote, they will collect your data and give it to Nigeria. That is nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. It is better for you to give your data to the Biafra government in Israel than to give your head or your skull to Fulani herdsmen. So imagine if they cut off your head, is it better? Or when you give your name and you may probably your age, just your something like biography, your data, something like that, it doesn't cost anything, and you're giving it to banking system in Nigeria. So you think that if they want to get your information, they will not get it from bank in Nigeria, because they have your everything, even your top print. For you to know how those people, those agents will go, as far as how far they will go to make sure they say something that doesn't make sense, to deceive people that they will think they can deceive. But we need to voice out and say it where it is, because many times people think that the only thing that will save them is propaganda, lies, and it doesn't work. It's a matter of time. It will fade away. So I just want to share this with us, because in few days from now, the referendum will take place, and once it commences, it is advisable that even if you don't know, maybe you don't know, you have a siblings or relative that don't know how to register or to vote, it is your duty to help them to vote. People who are living in abroad need to step up as well to help people in Nigeria to register to cast their own votes. The target is 20 million, and that 20 million is not something that should take much time. NIN is even the pantami. That is it, my brother. That is it. So you hand over your NIN, you hand it, which comprise of your details and everything about. That's why if you register, bank account now in Nigeria, once you use this your NIN, if you want to register again, they will dictate it that you have already registered account. So it limits you from committing having multiple accounts or something like that with bank. Though some bank will even allow you to do that, but it must be the same information. So because before now, some people may ask Okichugu in this bank, maybe in Senior Bank, they went to the Fidelity and answer different names. So now it's not like that. Once you use your NIN, you have to maintain the same all through. They have it, your details. They know your bank. The banking system in Nigeria is even your MTN. If you want to register SIM card, but you see a fellow Igbo brother or sister telling you that no, don't give it, but your details. He will hand it over to Nigeria. Now, speaking of giving it to Nigeria, between Simon Ekpa and them, who do you think, in every honesty, who do you think that have tendency of giving out your details? Is it Simon Ekpa? Because they will keep on. These people say they're not ashamed of themselves at all. You see them, they will come out and say, yes, he's supporting Tinubu. He's supporting Tinubu. Now, when the Biafra Liberation Army, have any confrontation with security agencies in Nigeria, when PM posted anything about it, they will say, you see, the Nigerian army will do. We are going to report you to this. We are going to call. They keep on mentioning camp. The camp is there. The camp is there. This man is. I know his family. They will be busy giving out information of their own fellow Igbos for security agencies in Nigeria to buy those people. And they will come back after giving out information to the Nigerian security agency, and they will come back and start telling you that my boys, the Nigerian army have deal with them, have arrested them, have buy this command, have do this. They will be clapping for the security agencies, right? Now, celebrating the death of their own, how they buy their own. After celebrating, they will now come back again and make a post that Ekperima is supporting is a Nigerian agent. That's the government agent, that the government paid him. But few minutes ago, he was busy clapping for the same security agent from the same government where you claiming that Samanekpa is receiving payment to destabilize your region. At the same time, you are clapping for those security agencies when they buy people that is working with Simon Ekpa. I don't really understand. I don't think if they know that they're talking to human being. Maybe they think that once that they have bad luck, encourage them, or is it a native doctor? Maybe the native doctor told them that once you open your mouth, people's brain will lock. They will not reason anymore. They will not understand what you're saying. What they cannot have their own mindset. So after telling you that Simon Ekpa is working for Nigeria, that he's a Nigerian agent, and they will turn back again and tell you, no, Nigerian army have pied this person, have arrested this person. Well done. I told them they cannot stand the power arms of Nigerian government. They think that government is an individual. After singing praises, okay, celebrating the loss of their own, they will still come back and start telling you that Ekperima is a Nigerian agent. So Ekperima is working for Nigeria. At the same time, Nigeria is working against Ekperima. At the same time, you are celebrating when Ekperima and Nigerian government have problem. So it doesn't make any sense, and they keep on exposing themselves this way. So please, anybody who is not living in Nigeria, it is your duty to step up during the voting, so you can help anybody, other people to cast their own. It is very, very important. And another thing is that I have noticed that people living in abroad, most of them, especially those in US, they are, like I said initially, they are one of the major problem of Igbo people. One of the major problems. Not all of them, some of them. Not all of them. Some of them that knows the truth and choose not to say it, choose not to do the needful. Instead, they want to, their job is to look down on anybody, claiming that knows everything. You don't know anything, it is only them. They are the one who knows how to pilot their affairs, how to dictate, and any slight mistakes or any argument, they will jump out. Remember the time of Ned of what she did, Madam Oyibo, Nana Madam Azoka. Remember Emeka Livingstone. All these are just few that I can remember at the moment, all in US. And you see some of them that doesn't even have any picture whatsoever coming online. They will come online and start telling you, yeah, you don't need to vote, you don't need to do this, just avoid it. So many people don't understand that some of them are benefiting from whatsoever that's going on in the Nigerian system of government. Some of them are beneficiary to the ills of the system, and they are enjoying every now and then. They don't want anything to happen to the system which they are feeding on. So why would I blame them? They are the one enjoying. So following him or her to propagate that kind of information, you are doing it against yourself. You are doing it against yourself. Anybody who is living in Nigeria and you have anybody, you have someone who is in abroad, and that person is telling you, just don't worry, don't mind this freedom. The people that are shouting freedom, don't mind them. In Nigeria is okay, everything will work perfectly. That person is your number one enemy. Because that person has seen everything good abroad, how things works, and he don't want you to see it. That's just the truth. You see people using that running away from Nigerian banking system. There's a reason for that. Do you know today, if you have money in your account in Nigeria, they will keep on taking charges. It's no longer like before when you put money in an account and say that this my money yield interest. There's nothing like that anymore. Instead, you the customer is one paying to bank for keeping your money. So everything is going upside down. If the way things are going, if you continue that way, maybe in nearest future, you will see people, you see bank asking you to pay percentage of the money that you want to deposit in the account. Maybe if you want to deposit 1M, they will ask you, they will, in fact, I'm not even asking you, they will deduct 50 or 100 from your account. If you continue the way things are going now, if things continue this way, my goodness, things, people will shed tears. P2B said in today that Tinubu deserved Guinness Book of Record for hardship, and some Yorubas are not happy with that statement. Anyway, that is a political statement, and all of them are the same thing. Even if P2B happened to be the president, maybe the economy may not be as bad as it is, but the insecurity would have been, in a very, very, very difficult situation, because they will not allow him to do anything serious. That's just the truth. That was part of my that was my fear. When they say, when they're pushing obedient, you want this. That had been one of my fear, that if P2B happened to be the president of Nigeria, a lot of things will go wrong in terms of bomb. So they will increase, because see what they did during the time of Jonathan. What do you think, if an Igbo man happen to be president, what do you think they will do? They will intensify it in a millionfold. And people who lives in the north, that is another thing. If you have someone who lives in the north, please do as much as you can. I'm not saying you should force them. Do as much as you can to tell the person to try and learn how to relocate. Relocation is difficult, but it is good for you to relocate peacefully than in pieces. People go Canada. Also carried before. So why I'm saying that is that if you have people in the west, in the north, I think it is time for you to, on your own, because your relation, your family member will listen to you more than any other person. Preach to the person, preach to him or her to start moving things down. If they refuse, you have done justice by telling them. I think your conscience will be clear. As long as you have informed them and they refuse, nobody will blame you. That's just the fact. So please, as the referendum is going to take place, we all know the requirements. Your Gmail, get it ready. Your Gmail is needed, so that's what you will use. You can use multiple Gmail and take picture of your siblings or your loved ones who don't have enough internet, and help them to cast the vote. Don't listen to anybody who vow that Biafra must come through them. You that is a citizen, you are not part of those who are dragging power. So why must you allow yourself to be used for power chasing? Most of them knows that everything that Biafra government is doing is right thing to do. But the only problem they have is not the problem that you yourself are having. The problem is that you don't know who to believe, but their own problem is that they know who to believe, but the problem they have is that they want to be on top. That's all. Like Ikenga said that if someone to bring Biafra, let Biafra not come. Let it not come. That is his statement. Not only him, Biafra child said the same thing. So why will you listen to people like that? Why will you allow yourself? And another thing is this, like I put in my title, Obident, DOS and Obident are crying. They are crying because Obident are still, Nigerianists. These are people that prefer to have IDP camp in their village than to be free, because they still want to, they want to go Lagos without anybody asking them for passport. They want to go to Abuja without anyone asking them for passport, forgetting that It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So it only works when you are in a war. Because if the countries separate peacefully or by any means necessary, there have to be a reconciliation between the countries. So you can still go to where you want to go. Some of them are just, hate. They hate everything about Samanakpa, just the way they hated Mas Namadokan. Today, they are crying for, Mas Namadokan wouldn't have done this we are doing. Like one lady said in that space, Mas Namadokan wouldn't have done what you are doing. Why would you be calling for sit at home every now and then? Our people are dying. As if they care for people's life. That is not. They are shouting because they are working for governors, senators. These are family members of those in politics who lives in abroad with the letterheading of their brother who is a politician. Imagine in-laws of Hope Uzodinma, maybe relatives who want to travel, who want to go to US. They use government letterheading to get the visa for them to travel to US. They push them to US, and they are in US, and you want to tell them to destroy the government. They will hide under their camera, under their phone, start telling you, what you are doing is rubbish. That what you are doing is rubbish. That why would you call for referendum? They are doing that not because of sit at home or people's business as they're claiming. No. It is just their own benefit, which is my brother will lose his job in government. So the allocation that our brother is receiving will not come anymore. That is just it. And you will know when they're speaking and telling you, no, this is not how to do it. Even Mandela, when Mandela was fighting for freedom of South Africa, he did not do this. The man in India, when India was fighting, they did not pass through this. Why are we suffering ourselves? This is people. The person that is saying this, his brother is part of the politician. His own brother, his sister, his uncle, they are the one piloting the affairs of politics in Nigeria. And what they can do is to deceive you. When they want to travel abroad, they don't stress. Government letterheading, they will use from government office, write a letter, give to the commissioner of which embassy they want to go. The money is there. The account to show that everything they will fund it is there. They don't lack anything. They're in abroad, and they will join people in abroad trying to destabilize the plans to rescue the entire race. That is why any of them that say this kind of thing, mark that person as one of your greatest enemy. I'm telling you gospel truth. To me, I can forgive Fulani herdsmen than any woman living in abroad shouting, no, this, Namadokan is this. Any of them shouting it is one of my enemy. You are the greatest enemy I have. One is because when Fulani herdsmen come to our community, our people know that they are foreigners. We cannot be careful with them. Do you understand it? But when your own brother hide under demonic agenda and start preaching you yapping nonsense, that person is worse than Fulani herdsmen. A young lady who asked PM question in Twitter space a few days ago, a girl of max 30 years or 30 something, a very young lady, but she was yapping, if you see her mouth, shouting. Why? She was so angry for no just reason. If you ask her, what is, even this lady don't know. If you ask her, can you tell me what you know about Biafra? Nothing, no information. Do they read history? No. Do they even have time to watch videos of other people who knows what happened in 1967? They won't do anything, but they want to lecture you. You see somebody who have never even recited anything about Ojukwu, about Aburi conference, about anything at all about where he come from. But once you made mention of Biafra, he want to be the lecturer. He want to tell you everything about how Samuel is getting it wrong, without knowing the activities that lead Samuel to be doing what he's doing, or to be saying what he was saying. What happened that pushed them to do that? Have you taken your time to study those things? You don't want to study, but you want to correct the mistakes what you think that is a mistake. You want to correct it without knowing the reason why that person did that thing you consider to be a mistake. That is one thing with us. You see somebody who don't even study anything government in school. Maybe that person is a science student. He focused only on biology, chemistry, and physics. Don't have any time to do any borrowed course, to study he have never read any government textbook in his life. And he want to tell you the best system of government to work in a secular state. He want to tell you, he want to argue with you that confederation doesn't mean anything. It is not something that will work in Biafra land. He want to lecture you, whether you like it, and if you refuse to accept that his own, he will turn against you. He will claim that you are just nonsense. Please help me like the like button. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button, so that people will watch this video. It is very, very important that we pass this information, because many of them have jumped out now in Twitter space, preaching to people, telling them, no, don't vote. They will collect your information. The reason why they're saying they will collect information is not because they love you, just for them to make sure that you did not vote, so that their brother, for example, Hope Uzodinma, we remain in power and keep on doing what they're doing, because they're benefiting. Do you know how much a senator receives every month? Allowance. No matter this thing you are hearing that dollar is down, they are now receiving in dollars. They're not paying them in naira. Even senators are receiving salary in dollars. So what makes you think they know or they care about the rate, dollar to naira now? What makes you think they will care about it when their salary is coming to them in dollars and they are going vacations easily without any stress? When during the election, when they said the shortage of naira and all this, they're printing new naira note and all that, they use that to hurt citizens, to hurt ordinary people, just because they want to do election. Politicians have money to spread. They have money to bribe. They have money to do everything. But people don't have money to pay even petty traders. The people that even ordinary factory workers, they don't have money to pay them, because the politicians have hijacked the money for the election. And what happened today? That money they hijacked, they have converted it in dollars. They're receiving their money, their allowances, and everything in dollars. So come rain, come shine, who will be the victim? Probably you. So that is why you need to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Very, very careful. I just want us to understand that this referendum is not meant for one particular people. It is for everybody. For everybody, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. But the only thing I wish that all of us will learn is that those who are telling you not to vote, who are pushing you not to do what you're supposed to do, are your greatest enemy, whether you like it or not. They are your enemy, and you must be very, very careful. Joshua, if only there is voice of Biafran radio, TV stations to us, to local media in homeland, would have erased everything about POS. That is my finding as a home-based Biafran more. Yes, but it would have done a better thing, right? But the problem is that if you have it, they will sabotage it beyond your imagination. They will sabotage it to the extent that you will be wondering what happened to our people. Sabotaging it in the sense that wherever you put that radio, they will go down and collect it. That is my own observation. I'm not saying that I'm right, but that is what I feel. And it is your duty, who happen to listen to the truth on ground and what is happening, to preach to people around you, tell them the truth. Tell them, look, see. Information is power. Information is power. And mind you, Sam Member started with nothing. Everything that Master Mkano built was denied from him. He started from scratch. From scratch. The only thing he got from Mazi Khan, he inherited from Mazi Khan is recommendation. Only recommendation. Other things was denied from him. Totally was denied from him. Only recommendation. So he hold that recommendation on, and by God's grace, people start following, listening to him, believing in him, based on what he's doing. That there's no difference between that with what Mazi Khan was doing. So these are the things that we need to understand. It is not easy, and building a radio station in a radio, a mobile radio like that is not all that easy. Even Mazi Khan, who don't have much rivalry within IPOB, was also betrayed. Mazi Khan purchased transmitter that worth millions of naira, secretly brought it down to Nigeria. When he purchased that, the same people from US, show us, is a lie, you eat the money, you ate the money. Show us you ate the money, you ate the money. And for Wokemadi prove who had the Medife, he have to give out the location of that transmitter. It did not last 24 hours. DSS went there and collected it. Biafra would have had a radio station in the homeland that would have been like normal FM station that we send signal to all Biafra land with that transmitter. And by now, multiple transmitters would have been on the ground. But once you put it down, those hidden agents will still expose it. Some of them are even holding position in Biafra. They're holding post in Biafran struggle. So most of the times we need to understand the fact that it is not something that you just do like that. You understand? I understand what I'm saying, but sometimes you need to appreciate the one that PM is doing, because how much are we even contributing to do that kind of thing? Do you know how much he's paying? He's getting all the catapult and the gravels, price it, man, and getting it, from people that we deliver it smoothly, not like you are getting, like when Nigerian government want to purchase their own, they go out with full chest and do that. This one, you have to use the contact and everything to do. It's not easy. It is not easy. So we need to appreciate that as well. But you that knows the truth, okay, do what you can. Do what you can to impart. I know how many people that are contacting me, asking me this and that, but the little I have is what I will offer. I will just tell you what I know. I can't formulate story and give anybody. But if you are in the homeland, like you said, talk to people. Somebody called me and said that even Nigerian, even Catholic priest, that some priests, they were arguing. The person is a reverend father, actually. I was discussing with him. He was telling me that his fellow priest a kind of saying things that is not pleasant about PM. That they say that he is the responsible of all the nonsense in our land and all that. That is they are saying it not because they hate him, but these are the people who probably have jammed any DOS member who brainwash them and pass that kind of information to them. But whatever they say doesn't really matter, right? So what matters is the truth. After you said all those nonsense, finally the truth will still surface. And that is why DOS couldn't progress, because they surround themselves with propaganda. They don't know when to use propaganda and how to use it and when to stop. You understand? They are just using it anyhow. And once you are using it anyhow, you will fall anyhow. Because somebody that would have pushed you up, you use that propaganda on that person first. When the person know that you are just out to castigate, that what you are spreading is propaganda, the person will just quietly withdraw himself from you. And before they know it, they are alone. That is what happened to them, because I think they are done and dusted. Who is the only reason why I mentioned about them, is because people who are not following up, who believe that they are watching the program of their friends and they're watching the wrong people. So it is nice for us sometimes to call them out and say and explain what they've done, like what the Biafran child said yesterday. You know, he was, I think that was one of my videos. The last time I did yesterday, I treated that as well. Coming out to attack Gentle Yahoo, that he is the one that set a community market ablaze and burned businesses to ashes. When few days ago, he, the same person, and Emeka Gift, was telling people that Gentle is no more than by Gentle. So they have not come out to say, oh, that thing that I told you is a lie, Gentle is still alive. No. They swallowed that propaganda, and they now come out again to tell you that people that burn a market is the same Gentle. So that kind of information will not progress, will not sell, because people will still know that you are only a propagandist. You are just, propagating lies, and that is what it is. The people that sold Mazinamo Kano are they not part of the IPOB team? We are the where are then and okay, where are then and there we all end up in shameful way and their generation. Amen. I say amen to your prayer. Amen. Amen. Yes, where they are at the moment, they're in Nigeria. Some of them are still abroad enjoying the money. Although some of them have not received their own quote. They received part of it, because the assignment was not only to sell Mazinamo, right, but to make sure that nothing like Mazinamo rise up again. And seeing Sam Monekpa was a very big threat. Remember how furious was Chinasa Awolu when he had Mazinamo. He was very, very angry. Anytime he will want to talk about Samanekpa, you can see anger on his voice, as if after shouting that Samanekpa will run back to his shield due to fear, out of fear that he will never come out. But it's not like that, because God passed man now. God passed man. We know the truth, brother. We are doing the advertising. Thank you. The Gmail creation and the upcoming voting. We are the coastal region. We are the coastal region. We surprise our PM. Personally, I have opened Gmail enough for people. God will bless you. God will bless you. God will bless you. God will bless you. That is how it should be. That is how it should be. Because after seeing people, what is happening in Plateau, they are not different. They're not asking for referendum. They're not asking for their own country. They're part and parcel of Nigeria. Plateau people, right? Benue, the same. None of them were even asking for freedom or for anything. But to tell you that is asking for freedom, you are not committing sin. And that is the only thing that will save you. Those who are called one Nigerianists, who are not even dreaming or thinking of asking anything, they went and buy them and sent them to IDP camp. So what is it that you have that make you think that without anything, you don't have anything around you, that once they come, that you will stand them? Have you ever seen somebody who fight back with empty hand, with someone who have everything, all the catapult and the support from government, like the one they created recently, the Fulani nomadic security outfit? All of us have seen it. Is open. Everybody you have seen the security outfit. Do you see the kind of catapult and gravel they are using? The chain gravels. They have it publicly, and no DSS, no Nigerian army, no police whatsoever. Nobody, not even Igbo politicians or South politicians are talking about it. Everybody is muted. Not that they don't see it, they know. But are you going to contribute to something that after contributing you find yourself in prison? For you to know that those you are hoping upon, the politicians that you are hoping to pilot affairs and do this, be conquered. Left for politicians alone, Igbo land would have been as easy as ABC. They will run everything over overnight. I am just the only thing that holding them is those so-called common men, common ordinary people, ordinary citizens. Politicians have been conquered both in everything. Do you think that speaking English makes you strong? No. That you speak English or you holding professorship degree or doctorate degree and all that doesn't make you as a strong man. Once a push come and you don't have what it takes to push back, you are gone. You are gone. That's all. Where is Ojo Sokano today? Ojo Sokano was shouting blah 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 that Nigeria is this. Now he submitted some part of Abra to Fulani to have it there. What happened? Do you know number of Abra citizens that have given that have died because of that one decision of Ojo Sokano? Do you know one how many people that died because of that? People from other states knows what I'm saying. Today, where is Ojo Sokano? Can he even make it? Even press Nigerian press or media houses don't even seek for his own. Before now, they will normally call him, a live program on Channels TV. They will interview him. What do you have to say about the economy? What do you have to say about this? He'll be speaking grammar, seeing himself as one of the godfather of the nation. Today, he's boy, total boy, use and throw away. Use and throw away. There's the other guy that said that Lagos State is more important than his hometown in Anambra. What's the name of this man? I have forgotten his name. The man who knelt down and praised God the day he heard that Basakano has been kidnapped. Joe Ibokwe. Thank you. Joe Ibokwe. Joe Ibokwe said that Tinubu is the best. That Tinubu APC, if you want to go to heaven, is APC. Once you are in APC, see you and see heaven. Everything will work perfectly. Where is Joe Ibokwe today? Where is Joe Ibokwe today? His Igbo brothers in Lagos State are crying. Not only that shop, their residential house is being pulled down. In fact, they started with the burning of the Petit market. From burning Petit market to the residential houses. So what way again do you think that the Yoruba people will use? What method are you expect them to use for you to know that you are not welcome in Yoruba land? What a Yoruba man said that Lagos State is a no man's land. What he said in the past, that Igbo people use that slogan again. Who is paying the price now? Igbos. But the Yoruba man who said it is moving freely, no problem. That Lagos State is no man's land did not come from Igbo the first time. It was an Yoruba man who used that slogan and who later paid dearly for that statement. It's an Igbo people. How many of these people, those people that are shouting, don't vote, don't vote, don't vote, how many of them have you seen on Twitter space discussing about Igbo properties in Lagos? What is happening to Igbo people? Since they care much about people losing their business because of sit at home, right? Just that you ordinarily sit at home and your business, your goods are still in your shop. Tomorrow you come and open shop, you see your goods and you start selling again. And they keep on making program about that one, and they ignore those who lost not only their goods but their shops, from even their lives. These are the things that you need to use your brain to calculate to know who is your enemy. China Saworu, Diana says, China Saworu is now pushing Islam now on his platform, and he is no more interested in Biafra liberation. He wants to join politics soon. All of them are potential politicians. There's agreement on the ground, even a Jofo. And some people are still questioning who give out information. Have you ever seen me making any video about it? Because it's of no use. All this thing will still surface now by itself. We don't need to do any investigation. Just keep quiet and watch. You will see what will happen. How they showed Masamukano, how if they discussed it, it will still come out. If it did not come out from Masamukano, one day they will have problem within themselves. That's how God works in a mysterious way. They will have problem within themselves, and they start, insulting each other with that proof of voice note, phone call they had within themselves, negotiating mass for kidnapping. China Saworu is he's pushing Islam on his platform. It will end in his platform. I don't think those ones I don't count him for anything. I don't count him because what can he offer? If not all this, if I need something to maybe to do something evil to our people, that's only you can go, you can start contacting him. Somebody that everybody is talking about him, pointing hands. The only among since IPOB, since Nigerian security agencies are buying and kidnapping and taking people on hostage, the only person that someone have come out openly, publicly, and confessed that he is one that sent him to do these things that he's doing. Only his name has been mentioned. You saw the man who was interrogated a few months ago. He said that he's China Saworu sent him. So it's not. Do you think it's a propaganda? No, it's not. And these are the people. His colleague keep on telling you, my boys. None of those my boys have come out and said, "Well, I did this. He's sending me." No, none of them could have done that. And even if they will do it tomorrow, it will be staged, because I know it will get to that extent they will do it. And these people, they don't learn from what happened to them in the past. Remember before the general election, presidential election, all of them were saying no, having program with even in Dr. Damage's platform and the Wire platform, all of them were kicking against, running from running from pillar to pole, just to destroy the seat at home for P2B to be elected as a president. Do you remember the noise then? The noise was so heavy. Even people that you were calling Biafra himself abandoned Biafra for that election. And what happened? After all the noise, what happened? So where are they today? That is what will also happen in this referendum. So it is normal. But the reason why I'm calling on your attention is for you not to mistakenly fall out. Don't fall out. Just go and vote. Even if you don't know the details and importance of that voting, what it will benefit you. If you want to call it a mistake, please commit that mistake. You can vote. Just vote. That's all. Don't allow people to overshadow you for no just reason, making silence of excuses, trying to look down on you, dictate your mind for you. No, use your brain, use your tongue, and count your teeth. As Igbo people say, it is better. You are not going to regret it. You are not going to regret it. That's just the fact. You are not going to regret it. Because many of them believe that once PM is being pushed out, that everything will die off. That is what they believe before. Once Master is being pushed out, everything will die off. When people that buy people to make money, if they buy one person and make money, they will buy another person. Because they have bought two people. Buying another people will be a problem. Keep on buying. That's what they're doing now. Once they push MNK, they kidnap him, and Simon surfaced. Now they're pushing to take him out. They couldn't. They use blackmail, propaganda, everything they think they have used it, and not have. So another tactic is trying to separate people who are following him from him. That is another tactic. Some of them will come and start telling you, if Simon Ekpa is too pompous, he do the show himself. I don't even like him, but the only thing I like what he's doing somehow, but the way he carry himself, I don't. So what does how he carry himself have to do with what he's doing? I don't understand. Are you expecting him to behave like you? Are you expecting him to be like you, or to behave one kind somehow so that for you to like him, or what? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. What matters is his eyes on the ball or not. That is what matters. And people should stop, preaching fake information about he's buying people, he's buying this, he don't have anybody, he don't have all this. The only thing that are still pushing them to even mention PM of late is they open ESN. They recruited some group of guys now, and they call them ESN because they want to start generating money from that. after failing to collect monthly dues from Biafrans all over the world like we were collecting before. So that chapter has folded up with help of PM and Masnam kind of family, because within them they started dragging who will take the money. Is it Nemiaya, or is it going to Chikedozen group? So that katakata scattered many things for them. The only means of them now to make money is this ESN they gathered, these people, these few boys they gathered now calling ESN. And then all the activities is just to state managed. Once they see maybe they will buy few cow and put in the bush, and they say shoot. Ebo. These are not something that we need to focus upon at the moment. So you'll be having ESN for how many years? So, and it's not a surprise because their mentality is to turn IPOB to pressure group, which they have requested in the past. That is best thing is to to collapse IPOB to political movement, so that they can see the way they used to trying to deceive someone who is more brain than them. They will start telling you, oh, we need to collapse it and form political party in Nigeria so that we can elect our own to become president. Electing your own to become president with whose approval? INEC. Are you able to have your own? Are you going to put your own man in INEC? So Tinubu and Peter Obi's and Atiku election have proved to everybody, every sensible person, that even if you collapse IPOB and form that political group, it won't yield anything. You only destroying. That is self-destruction, because you just end up destroying yourself. So that is what I want to share with you this late hour. I hope you understood you understand what I'm saying, because many things is happening, and I want you to stand strong. The date of the election is 1st of February. It will commence, so we have tomorrow to prepare for that, and I hope and I believe that you will do the needful. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Turn the post notification bell so that whenever I come online or post a video, you will be among those who will see it first, or join me as we are joining me now in this live. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I also have a Facebook. It is the same name, Kai Report. You can join me on that Facebook as well, because some people prefer to watch videos on Facebook than YouTube, although both of them are working simultaneously. I also have super chats on my YouTube. So if in any way you want to support me, I will appreciate you. Thank you so much. I see you on my next video. Bye bye, guys. Have a wonderful night.